Hello guys, good morning everyone. So let us start the session.
Good morning, sir.
You can allow I can't comment. Okay. So can you see my screen, guys? Can someone confirm me, please?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, guys. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. So myself is Venkat. So I am going to take this session. So I used to provide the SQL and PLSQL training as well as Looker training. So I have completed around 12 plus batches on this SQL and PLSQL real-time training, guys. So anyone can join this first 5 days training for free. Then you guys can decide whether you need to join the training or not. So this is applicable to everyone. They can join, they can listen, then they can decide. So post the sessions, you don't get any reminder to join the training, or you don't get any communication to join the session. So the questionnaires will take it up at last. We will have a 10 minutes. So you please be noted whatever questions you are having. So we will discuss at the last. Okay. So let's deep dive into the session this Oracle SQL and PLSQL real-time training. So what are the key highlights you are going to get? Like what are the things you are going to get from this training is? So you will get experienced trainer. You'll get experienced trainer. And once you have once you complete this training, so you can write the queries from basic to expert level. Even we can discuss, we start the session, we start the training from basic part only, like where we start the session from the what is data, why data is required, what is the database, from there we will start it, how the data is important in our day-to-day life, and why it is came into the picture. So this from there we will start it, and we will write from expert level questionnaires, like where you write a SQL code to achieve some business logic. So you will get live sessions, and we are having some LMS where we take the sessions and record the sessions. So every day we will get we will participate in live sessions and recorded sessions. So we will get real-time examples, and we will have some project which is called some e-commerce. We will take it, and we will get some use cases like which I faced, or which is common use case which you will get in your real time. Those things we will discuss, and daily assignments you will get, guys, based on the topic which we discussed on the day. We'll get the daily assignments, and sometimes we used to take the sessions on the weekly, the sessions from Monday to Friday we will take it. Sometime I may take it on the weekend, where we will conduct the QA sessions, whatever the topics which we discussed on the weekdays. Those things we will discuss, like I will give assignments right on daily. Those things we will discuss in the weekend session. Like that is not fixed one. Sometimes I may conduct based on the assignments which I have given. Sometimes I may not talk it. Okay. So you will get directions how you need to install the software and how you need to download it with the lifetime access. So once you complete this training, you can alone yourself, you can write questions from basic to complex level, and even you will get real-time questionnaires, not only from real-time, this training related, the group which you join. There is one more group is called in Telegram. So where you will get the interview questions and coding questions, challenging questions. how you need to achieve those things in SQL. Those things you will get on daily basis. One question from SQL, one question from PLSQL. So like that questions, we will discuss many things in our real-time training as well. So those you can alone yourself, you can write from basic to concept, complex queries. So these are 100% practical live questions, guys. We don't even think about the like theoretical part. Obviously, we will give definition for the each topic in theoretical way. The same way we will, the whatever you will get single line from my mouth, everything you will get everything you will get about that single line in the practical related thing as well. So we will provide the real-time interview questions, and we'll provide the support resume progression and the interview perspective as well. And you can alone crack the interviews with the 4+ years of experience on this Oracle SQL and PLSQL. You can show them, and you don't need any support, you don't need anyone to help to crack the interview. You can crack the interview with the 4+ years of experience, and you will get the project environment explain, like how you will get the requirement, and once you get the requirement, what steps you need to follow as a developer, and how you need to design, and how you need to follow the development, and after the development, what and all steps you need to take it from UAT perspective. So after the UAT done, like user acceptance test, then how you need to move into the QA. From there, how you need to roll out to the production. So those things can be discussed, and will provided the presentation how you need to follow those things. Okay. So next is, let's go to the session related. This all whatever we discussed about the training need. So why database is required? What is data? What is information? So does anyone knows, guys, what is data? Or what is information? Anyone knows? Can someone tell me what is data? Guys, can you hear me? Hello? Maybe you can't unmute yourself, right? Okay. Okay, correct. Okay then. What is data? Data is collection of raw facts. Metadata plus, collection of raw facts that can be described anything, like either can be person related, either it can be your library related, either it can be your store related, anything. For example, if you talk it about the person, if you talk it about your day-to-day life. Nowadays, everything is captured, everything is treated as a data. So someone is missed in your city, and they went to their police station and they have filed a case. The person is missing. How they will track it? They will collect the first, while you are filing the case itself, your details, your name, your area where you will stay, and your phone number, so and so details. Why they will collect those details? If they find the person, they have to inform you. First, next one, they will collect about your person who is missing in your home. The person name, the person date of birth, the person photo, the person phone number, everything. Why? Those things will be important to the investigation, so that they will start the investigation from there only. So that means They need the information. They need the information about you or the person who is missing. This is called data. So the photo, even the numeric things, the person string, person alphabetical things, even photos, those can be considered the data. From where they will start initially, they will check from when this person is missed and which city where you are living. They will check first initially CC cameras. The CC cameras, what they will do? Once you set up the CC cameras, it will capture the videos and it will store in the system. Store in the system. Why it will store? Why it will store? To check the persons who is traveling and what type of vehicles they are using and at what time they are going, because these all the things is public related that will be needed for the monitoring to take actions against anything which is like anything which is against the society or against the public. Like, you will see there a lot of bomb blasts and all, right? Those all the things can be monitoring. There is a cyber city will be available where they can monitor all the CC cameras, all the CC camera data about the public persons, because anyone can take any decisions at any point of time to do some activities against the society, against the rules. Okay, from there what they are doing, they are capturing the person movement. That means they are storing somewhere else to keep that thing to check in future. Why they are storing the data? To check, to see those things in the future. So they need the person movement. So that means if you see in data, if you see day-to-day life, the person leave from the home, from there itself person activity is capturing with the CC cameras, with the photos, everything from the public side, because that will be helpful in future to do some investigations against anything or to check the public related things for the society. Okay, this all the things, whatever they are capturing about the persons, whatever they are capturing, either photo, name, phone number, these things, even the videos, everything considered as a data. Why they are storing this data? For the future reference. Let's take one more example. For example, you are having your mobile or you are having DSLR. What you will do? You will take some snaps. You will store in your Google Drive, or you can store in your personal system. You can store your mobile. Why you are storing those details? For example, your married photos, your college photos, or college videos, or anything. Why you are storing? Whenever you required in future, you wanted to see them, you wanted to use them, you wanted to share with some other. Why you are saving? For future reference. So the videos, the photos, everything. So everything about the persons, about the store. If you comes about the store, if the store, in the store, they will do billing. Once they scan, automatically the product will come, the product amount will come. Behind that, how it is coming? Once they bring the particular product into the store, they will save the product name along with the price in their database. Once they scan, automatically it will go based on the barcode. Once they saved that barcode is unique for each product. It will go to the back end, collect the data, then it will populate in front end in the billing system, and this is the amount. So what they are doing, once they collect the product, they are storing for feature reference. So what is the feature reference? While they are doing the billing, that has to come. And even when they have sold that product, what kind of products they have sale for that day, how many quantities sale for that product. They wanted to see in feature, that is also possible. So everything like persons related, any particular product related, any particular school related, data related, any university related, any banking sector related, those all the things can be considered as a data. Even if you go to the your banking sector, you need to open one account. What they will tell you first, they will give you one form to open the account. They will ask you to attach your photo and do the signature, your first name, last name, then your mobile number, then your Gmail, so on, so address where you will live. Why they require this information? They will give you an account. They will store this information in their system. If you come in next month or next year or next 10 years, you don't come to the branch. After 10 years also, if you come and you need to deposit some amount, you need to withdraw some amount, then they have to identify you based on the account number which they have given to you. Once they enter this account number, those all details which you have given to them, they have stored in this database, first name, last name, mobile number, including signature and photo. So once you have given your withdrawal form, they will check your photo, they will check your signature, whatever you kept, which is correct or not. Sometimes you may face, if you written wrong signature, they will tell this is not correct signature, you can put, then only we will give to the amount. So why they are doing, guys? They need the person data to store the data for the future reference. Whenever they do some services to the customers, whenever they wanted to see the data, that has to be available for them. So the data is collection of information, collection of raw facts for the future reference. Got it? What is data? Next is, what is information? What is information, guys? What is information? Anyone knows? Okay, no worries. So just observe. Don't think about the quiz which I am writing. So you may probably know or not know, and no worries. Just you can see. By seeing this one, can you tell me what is that one, guys? By seeing that one, can you tell me what is this one? What is this 10 indicates? What is this account indicates? What is this New York indicates? By seeing this one, can you able to make out? Can you able to make out, guys? So something you know, this is called data. Something you know, this is called data. So let me enable. Okay. Something you know, this is called some data, but you doesn't know what is exactly this 10 describe. It may be numeric, it may be SN number, it may be DEPT number, it may be employee ID. So you doesn't know exactly, but you know this is called something data, something data. So let me tell you now. Now you can tell me what is this 10? What is this 10 describe, guys? What is this 10 about it? 10, 20, these things. 1, 20, 30, 40. What is these things? Guys, I think you can enable now. You can, I have one. What is this? 10, 20, 30, 40?
Department number.
So department number. So what is this accounting research, these things?
Name.
Sorry?
Name.
Name. So what is this New York?
Location.
Location, sir. Location or city.
So how you are telling this one now? Previously you doesn't know this one. Previously you doesn't know about this data. What is this? How you are able to make out now? This 10 indicates DEPT number. This accounting indicates D name. This location indicates location. How you are able to make out now? What is this 10? What is this accounting? What is this New York, guys? When you are adding this DEPT number, when you are adding D name, when you are location, these things. Now you are able to answer these things, right? What is this? What is this 10? What is this 20? What is this 30? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So this is called metadata. This is called metadata. This is called metadata. So this is called metadata. So you know, this is already data. This one already some data, you know, this is called some data, but you doesn't know exactly previously until unless when you add this one. Okay. So what is metadata right now? What is metadata right now? Metadata is nothing but the data which describe about the data which is describe about the data, that is called metadata. Data about the data is called as a metadata. Data about the data is called as a metadata. Why we are calling data about the data? Until unless you add DEPT number, you doesn't know what is this 10, what is this 20, what is this 30, these things. Until unless we are DEPT number, until unless we are D name, what is this accounting, what is this research, what is this sales, you doesn't know. You got it? So this, when you add this DEPT number, this 10 and 20 is 30 is having some meaning now. What is this one? We can make out. This 10 and 20, 30 is DEPT number. How we are able to make out why, how this data is got some meaning when you add this DEPT number. So the DEPT number is describing about this data. The data which is describing about the data, which is describing about the data is called as a metadata. The data which is about the data is called as a metadata. So you know, this is something called as a data. Clear? Clear, guys? Now metadata plus data. Metadata plus data is called as a information. The information means metadata plus data is called as a information, because when you see something which is understandable by the human, that is called as a information. Something which is understandable by the human, that is called information. Can you tell me, are you able to understand without, let me take one more screenshot. Are you able to understand by seeing this one? What is this? Are you able to understand, guys, as a human? This one?
No, sir.
No.
Sir.
So anything, but system can understand this one. Anything which is understandable by the system is called as a data. Data, you can get many definitions. Collection of raw facts, collection of events needs to be stored for future reference. That is called as also data. Collection of raw facts, collection of events, that is needs to be stored for future reference. That is called as also data. What is the events means? If you want to add any data, that is adding is one event. Any transaction which you interacts with the data, that is called one event. Either you can add the data, either you can modify the data, either you can remove the data. That is any transaction, any interactivity which you done with the database, that is called data. Sorry, that is called event. Any interactivity which you done with the database, that is called one event. So collection of events needs to be stored single object as called as a data, or collection of raw facts, or anything which is understandable by the system, that is called data. Anything which is understandable by the human. Can you able to understand now by seeing this one? Let me take. So can you able to understand this data, guys, by seeing this one? Can you able to understand? Like what is this everything? Hello? Guys, you can speak out, no issues.
Yeah, no, sir. Now we can understand.
Now you can understand, right? So
Yeah.
anything which is understandable by the human, that is called information. So what is data? Anything which is understandable by the system, that is called data. Anything which is understandable by the human, that is called anything which is understandable by the human, that is called information. So what is data? What is information? Now you are clear. So let's go to the why database is required. Why database is required? For example, you are collecting some information, like there is a bank. One second, guys. Either I am having or not, I'm not sure. Athletic. Okay, let's take this data. There is a superstore. The superstore, this is a superstore data which I am having right now. So I am having row ID. So there are some, you can call it as a e-commerce, guys. Flipkart, you can think this is a Flipkart data. So I am having order. Once you place one order, the order ID will be created, no? So this is order ID. So when you order, the date, this is shipping data, the shipping mode, either it is a like you are having no prime membership, non-prime membership. For if you take Amazon, if you take Flipkart Plus. Flipkart means normal delivery means second class, standard class is as a plus. Plus members will get somewhat faster delivery. So customer ID, once you created one account in your Flipkart or Amazon, so the one customer ID will be created, but you can't see that customer ID. But who is owning that product, either Flipkart or Amazon, they can see the product customer ID. Who is ordered that order, who is placed that order, those customer ID will be taken here. So like that, I am having customer name. So what type of item you order, either it is a consumer related one or home office related one or corporate related one. If you order one laptop which is for corporate, that is corporate related, like that. So from which city you order, which state, which city, which country, which state, and what is the address, like postal code, region, what is the product ID, product name. Okay, this is the data. So for example, if you take today, in olden days, like once Flipkart or Amazon is launched, if you know the Amazon, the Flipkart who is developed the product, they said they themselves they have announced, I think within a month they got single order. For 1 month they got a single order when they launched the Flipkart. That is also one book or something they have, one guy is bought in that Flipkart. So olden days, no one knows about the e-commerce, no one knows about these platforms. So the utilizing the people, the customer using that product, very less. Okay, nowadays everyone using and lakhs of products are ordering. So let's think about the 2008, 2000 or 1990 or 2000. So what will happen if I don't have any database? For example, one customer is ordered. What I have to do? I have to put one row, one order ID for that. When you placed that order ID, when you placed ship date, when you placed ship, what is the ship mode? Everything I have to enter manually. Am I right? Am I right or no? If I don't have any automated system. So we need to enter data manually. So for example, 10 customers is added. So 10 rows. 100 customers is added. 100 rows. Some 10,000 customers is order. 10,000 rows. So day by day, what is happening, guys? Day by day. Day by day, what is happening? The rows of data is increasing, no? The rows of data is increasing. To maintain this Excel file, it's very hard. For example, now one customer is came and you know that the product is delivered, but customer is raised. The customer is raised one query and they or else they call to the customer, my product is not delivered to me, but it is showing in my Flipkart app, the product is delivered, but I did not receive any item. So what you need to do based on the customer query, you need to check the data, right? You need to check the data. So you don't have any database system, you are using Excel file. So you need to check each line, and you need to find out the user. For example, the same user we are having, for example, Venkat username. We are having multiple users. So every row or every user you need to find out manually, right? So it will take some time. It will take some time. That is very hectic to search manually. So, and even to maintain this file, it is very difficult. Even this file may be collapsed. Our system may be, you saved this file. This may be in your laptop, that is also collapsed. So what you will do, you will lose your data. So obviously you need database to store the data. This is simple example, but in real time, just see, if you know in banking sector, in olden days, if you remember, or if you can ask your father, your mother, they used to maintain some ruled books. They used to written manually everything with the pen on that ruled book. Do you guys know that one? Or am I right, guys? In olden days, in 1995, 1996, like that. Even I have seen my father bank book, passbook. They used to call it as a passbook. They used to return account number manually. They used to even amount withdrawal, amount deposit, everything they used to write with the pen. In passbook. So what will happen when the customer is open account? They used to maintain one ruled book. How we are having attendance book in our school days, like that attendance book, rule book will be there. This banking people, for example, today 5 customers is opened account. All 5 customers, they need to return that rule book. Let's think that this is one rule book. This is one rule book. They have to this year customer first name or else customer account number. They used to put like this: first name, next last name. So olden days we doesn't have any phone, right? For example, some people is having landlines, something, some number. Okay, then address they used to return here. So account number they used to give like this manually, like bank name, like for example SBA 001, like this. First name something, last name something, some phone number, some address. Like that way, many customers will open the accounts, right? Day by day, day by day, day by day, the data will be increased. This is the rule book. Rule book. So even customers is also having the same passbook. That passbook is having date. Same here also date will be available when they have opened the account. Date and transaction mode. Transaction mode. Either deposit, either withdrawal. And here amount. So transaction date so and so. Some 12/01/1995. Transaction mode is withdrawal and amount is some 1200. So like that they used to return manually in customer passbook. This is customer passbook. This is customer passbook. Customer passbook. So like this, they used to return manually customer passbook. So this is banking. This is our banking ruled book. So your account ledger book. This is called account ledger book. Account ledger book. So what will happen? New customer is adding means new data will be added. If any customer doing some transaction, that is also will be added here. Will be added here. For each customer is having separate customer book, but banking is maintaining one account ledger book. What will happen in that case? Account ledger book, account transaction book also will be there. What will happen? Day by day the customers will be increased. Customer will be increased, and day by day the transactions also will increase. So once upon a time, if the customer is came and he will check, I need to change my address. One customer is came, I need to change my address something. So what you need to do? For example, 10,000 accounts are there. You need to manually have to check, right? Each customer, each line, 10,000 customers means you need to check it. 10,000 lines. 10,000 lines you need to check it to find out the customer details. Am I right? Am I right or not? 10,000. Once again, let me take notepad. So if you are having 10,000 accounts, so 10,000 lines, you need to check in your ruled book. In banking, your ruled book to find out the customer. Am I right? And then you need to update it. Then you need to, then you need to change the address. This is one part. Okay. Second one is, for example, 2 lakh, now you are having 1 lakh accounts. If the customer is came, he need to change the phone number. Again, you need to search 1 lakh records and change that. To check 1 lakh records for a human being, how much time it will take? Is it possible to check, guys, 1 lakh records within a 10 minutes, or within a 1 hour, or within a 2 hours, within a 5 hours? Is it possible? For one bank employee who is owning the account ledger book to perform one request from the customer, only single request to change his phone number, is it possible to manually go through the 1 lakh records and find out the customer and change the phone number? Is it possible for the human being? Come on, guys. Is it possible?
No, sir.
So it's very difficult, no? It's not an easy task, right? He can do, but it may say take 5 hours or 6 hours, but at particular point of time, he can find out. Okay? But it's very difficult task. For example, here single task, no? For example, different customers is came. 10 customers is came, and they are having different queries, different queries to solve to the bank employee. To solve, who has to do? Bank employee has to do. So bank employee again has to go and check 1 lakh records to find out the customer. So 10 customers per day if we visit, and to visit, to change the name, to change the address, to change the account, to change the mobile number, to close the account. So 10 customers, 10 into 10 lakhs, 1 lakh. So that means 10 lakh records has to be checked for the human, single bank employee per particular day. It's very difficult. So here what is happening? There is no productivity. There is no productivity. Second one is unable to provide proper service to the user, provide to the customers, unable to provide service. So this is second thing. Okay, even if multiple, for example, 100 customers are daily for my bank who are doing withdrawals and deposit, for that time also it's very difficult. So lack of productivity from bank employee side, from employee. Second one is unable to provide service to more users. And next is, for example, one guy is ledger book is having one user. In ledger book, he is having in the bank some 20,000 in account, 20,000 only in account. So what he will do? He went to the bank at midnight and he just added 1 zero extra in that ledger book at last. In the amount section, here customer account amount section, he just added 1 zero extra. What will happen? The customer, whoever is having 20,000, it's became 2 lakhs. 2 lakhs. Because the guy who is user, he came at midnight, he stolen the, like he entered the bank and he has done some manipulation. He has added 1 G. So then bank has to be, bank doesn't know, right? Exactly. Like how much that is written, no, that is written with the pen. They just added 0. So data also lost. So here there is no security for manipulation. Second one is, for example, if any fire is happened in the bank, all the books, whatever they are maintaining, whole bank data is fire is happened at midnight or something. All books is collapsed. No. By the time the bank employees itself doesn't know how many, what and all customers they are having, how many customers they are having, and whether this customer is belongs to my bank or whether this customer is belongs to not my bank, that is also they doesn't know, and what customer is having, how much amount they are having in this bank, that is also don't know. So that means there is no data security. So there is no data security. So like this way, we can have multiple issues. So particular sometime they can't able to maintain these Excel files. Sorry, they can't able to maintain these manual books, whatever they are using. So to overcome this all issues, so this software databases came into the picture, where we can save our data physically in our database. Whenever we required, we can interact with the data, we can change the data. Interact in the sense we can add, we can remove, we can update the data whenever we require. So the data is nothing but a information about the, if you're talking about the banking, information about the customers, information about the banking products, either insurance products, either passbook means saving account, current book, these things. So understand guys, what is database, what is information, why database is required? Any doubts? Yes, there will be many things. Human errors also will be there. Any doubts? Okay then. So now you know what is database is required, why database is required, what is data, what is information. Let's move to the, for example, let's take about the how it will be come from the backend, how it's come from the backend, the data. For example, let's talk about the online SBA. Online SBA. They changed the URL or what? Online SBA.by. Domain they have changed it .sba. See, I am just logging. Continue to login. Here I am entering some RAM123, some password, and I am using 27Y22. I am using login. What is happening? Observe here. User has been locked permanently. Please visit branch. Or else, for example, Venkat 4567 something M3TD2E. Invalid credentials or OTP. You are left with 2 more attempts. That means you have already performed 1 attempt. So you are having 2 attempts more. So after 2 attempts more, your account will be locked out. How it is checking, guys? You are giving your details here. How it is checking? And how it is assuming that, how a system is telling you that your username or password is wrong. So once, now you know modernization. So previously we discussed what are the issues, why databases came, right? So if you talking about SBA, SBA stores the customer information, not only customer related first name data or account related. If they provide any banking services to you, online SBA, like personal banking, corporate banking, or anything, they will save your data, like your username, your password. So once you entered username and password, what will happen? The request is going to the Venkat123, some password, BX7KP. See. Kindly contact your branch, new login credentials. So first attempt will lose, second attempt will lose, third attempt also it's not correct. First, second, third it will give username and password is wrong. Fourth attempt it will lock your account. Fifth attempt you can lock and it will ask you to wait 24 hours. Or you can visit nearest branch. So how it is checking in backend? Once you give your username and password, it will go to the database and it will check the according to the username and password. First it will check username, whether username is available or not in the user table, in the user's information table, whether username is available or not, it will check. If the username is available, then it will check the password. If username and password is both correct, then it will go to the inside to the SBA. If username and password anything is wrong, then it will give invalid username and password. For example, username itself is not available, then what it will give? Invalid user. So how those details also is coming. See, like 1, 2, 3, 4, some data, 6, 5, B2. See, invalid. How it is information is coming to us. This is also we use programs in the backend by using our SQL PLSQL to display in the front end. The results will have to be. So first it will enter your username and password. Then it will go to the backend. In backend, it will check whether username and password is available or not. Sorry, username is available or not. If username is not available, it has to give invalid user. How it is coming in backend? This whatever the visible sections here, this is called front end, guys. This is called client application. Client. This is called client. Who and all is the customers for bank SBI, those all are the clients for SBI. Got it? So this is called front end. This is developed by using any Java or .NET something. But once you enter the data, the request will go to the backend. The request will go to the backend. And it will check username and or username in the users table. If user is available, it has to give some information. No, for example, if you give wrong username, invalid username and password. If you give username, that is itself is not available, so invalid user. If you entered 1 time, 2 times wrong, first time is wrong, so try again, 2 more attempts left. So whatever the information is coming to you here, like invalid user, invalid passwords, everything, that should be developed in the backend by using programs. The visible, how it has to visible in red color, how it has to visible in which place here, or it has to visible in the down, it has to visible in the right, that will decide by the front-end developers. They will call our programs in their front-end programs, in front-end technologies, and they will write programs how this all options has to be displayed like this. This is also developed by using front-end. Once I click this one, the data is coming, no? This all data is developed by the backend, but how it is visualizing in the front-end, developed by the Java and this .NET people. So as a developer for the backend database developer, what do you have to do? The data or information which is coming to the front end, that has to be developed by you. Clear? So this is called This is called, so how it will went, this is called client application. So client application. So the client applications are developed by using Java, .NET, PHP and so on. So once you enter, it has to go to the backend, right? Backend. How it will go to the backend? Something should be interact, right? For example, you are traveling from Hyderabad to your hometown. So how you will go? Either bus, either train, either flight, or either bike. Any vehicle you need to use, or any medium third party you have to use to travel to reach your home. Directly you can't go right from Hyderabad to your home. The same way, that medium, that medium, third party medium or bike, something should be, connectivity should be there, right? So you need to go by road. Some connectivity should be there, right? What is the connectivity? Road is the connectivity. For road, why? To travel from Hyderabad to your home. The same way, here once you enter your details, these details has to be passed to the backend. To pass the backend, the something connectivity should be there, right? That is called communication channel. So in between client, in between backend server, that is called database. Backend we are having Oracle, DB2, Sybase, PostgreSQL, Snowflake, BigQuery, many databases are there. MS SQL, MySQL, many things. So once you enter details in the front end client, that has to be passed in the backend. Why it has to pass to the backend? To check whether relevant user is available or not. If user is available, whether the user detail which he entered, password and username is correct or not. Then only it will go and give details according to your account details. So the communicate, the bridge, the whatever you connection no to pass these details to the backend, the connection is called as a communication channel. So once you enter details, it will go to the through communication channel to the backend. From there, it will collect, for example, invalid username is not available. Then it will give result to that client application in front end, invalid user. For example, once you enter user is available, password is wrong. Then it will give details as a invalid username and password. For example, you tried first time, it has to capture one attempt is completed, then give result. Second attempt is completed, give result. Third attempt is completed. So 3 times you entered wrongly. Fourth, it has to give that account is locked for 24 hours. Visit nearest branch or try after 24 hours. So connection is called as a communication channel. Why we are calling as a communication channel? Whatever you data entered in the front end, the data has to be passed to the back end. So here the communication we are passing it. We are communicating from through client application. We are communicating to our database. That's the reason we are calling as a communication channel. In all IT sector, we are only having 2 communication channels. The channels is building based on 2 drivers. One is the JDBC connection, another one is the ODBC connection. JDBC connection is Java database connectivity. This is called open database connectivity. When we use JDBC, when we use ODBC means JDBC we use if the client application is developed by using Java. If your application, client application, this one, front-end application is developed by using Java, then we will use JDBC connection. If other than Java, if you develop front-end by using any other technologies, we use ODBC connection. We use ODBC connection. Clear? So how this information which you are giving here, how it is passing to the backend, how it is checking in the backend database, and how it is displaying in the front end. This is called client-server architecture. Server is nothing but here database. Client-server architecture. So today we know why database is required, what is data, what is information, and how, why this database came into the picture, and how the customer client server architecture, how information go to the database, how it will perform the checks, and how it will go to the front end. This is what we understand today. So we will see briefly about your data. Anything or everything considered as a data. Any information or facts can be considered as a data. For company, for example, if you take insurance company, so insurance employee details also has to be stored, right? How many employees are there? What and all employees are there? The employees is working under which department? What salaries they are taking? So the company has to take their employee details, their customer details. That means who and all taken the insurance, they are the customers. Their product details also. What type of insurance are there? Multiple insurance, no? Car insurance, bike insurance, home insurance, person insurance, health insurance, everything. And their address can be also as a data. So anything insurance related, anything they perform in that insurance company, everything is as a data. So data can be text message or image or video or document or single letter also as a data. So A is also as a data. So we will see tomorrow what is database. So what and all applications use this DBMS and what is RDBMS, how data is stored in the RDBMS, and is SQL is different across this different database, or SQL is same for all databases. That is also we can see tomorrow. So that's all for today's session, guys. If anyone is having access, sorry, if anyone is having any doubts, you can raise for today's session. That's all for today's session. Any doubts? I'm ready to take up. Anyone is having any doubts, guys? No doubts? No one is having any doubts?
No doubt, sir. It's very good session, sir.
Sorry?
No doubt, sir. It's a very good session, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. So I'm ready to take up your questions, guys, now. Else we can close for the day. And tomorrow we can connect it. So the session will be uploaded in the YouTube, guys. Venky Tech Solutions. You can search this one. Venky Tech Solutions. In YouTube, you will get it. Even I will share this session in the WhatsApp group and Telegram group. You can go and watch this. What you require is material. Everything will be provided once you enroll. This is, since it is a free session, like this, all things can be discussed. We will discuss at the last, guys. It is a recorded session, no? Course content I will show you. Fee structure, this can be discussed by offline, since it is a recorded session and uploading YouTube. And course duration, whole SQL and PLSQL, it will take 3 months, guys. It is not like a outside training, like where they can close within a month. SQL itself, it will take around 40 to 45 days. PLSQL, it will take 30 to 35 days. So around 90 days it will take. Sometimes it may take, sir, around 3 months it will take. Sometimes it may take 3.5 also, based on the interaction of the class. You can contact me if you are having any doubts. This is my mobile number. Okay. So the duration is 3 months, around 3 months. Course content I will show you. Fee structures, you can call me. We can discuss offline. That is also not now. Post 5 sessions. You can listen this post 5 sessions. We can discuss. Okay. So I will share you the session once I upload it to the YouTube, so you can go through it. So you will have around remaining 4 free sessions. So you will join. So we will discuss. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow. Some same 8 to 9. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.
Thank you, sir.